honorable members of European Parliament, but first and foremost, dear Ukrainians, Шановні Ukrainians, I have to say that I never seen debate in European Parliament charged with so much emotions, solidarity, and a sense of common European longing. As you know, we come from different countries, from different political families. But we are discussing today an attack against the most fundamental European values that we all share. And therefore, today we are all Ukrainian. Сьогодні ми всі українці. Because the people of Ukraine are fighting for our values. They are fighting for our freedom, and they are fighting for everything we believe in, for Europe as we know it, for Europe as we treasure it. And we will need the same unity as we felt this afternoon in this House, in the days, weeks and months ahead. It's clear that Kremlin has failed in its goal to crush Ukraine. It failed to break spirit of brave Ukrainians. It failed to divide or scare Europe. On the contrary, bravery and courage of all Ukrainians and calm and determined leadership of President Zelensky and his government energize not only Ukraine and Ukrainians, but the whole Europe, all democracies, and I believe every peace-loving human being in the world. Mr. President Zelensky, we have been working together to reform Ukraine. We have been working together on energy security, on energy independence. And we will be working together to build strong, democratic Ukraine. Mr. President, you asked us to do proof that we are with you. And I would like to respond to you, we are. We will make sure that the sanctions are vigorously applied. And not only on Russia, but also on Belarus. We will do our utmost to supply you with everything you need. And we will be with you to rebuild your beautiful country after your victory. Nobody in Europe can doubt today that the people that stand up so bravely for our European values belongs in our European family. And therefore, I want to reassure you that as we welcome your women and children in Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, and other European countries, that in the same warm, receptive way, we will open our arms to Ukraine in our common house of peace, democracy, and prosperity called Europe. Slava Ukraini!
Thank you very much, Vice President Šefčovič. And now, on behalf of the Council, I invite High Representative Borrell to take the floor.
Señora Presidenta, querido comisario, señoras y señores diputados. Rusia se sitúa después de la agresión en Ucrania.
Following this aggression
In
Ukraine, Russia is reaching a crucial juncture in its post-Soviet existence. Russia has come to the end of an era in its relations with the EU. The Minsk agreements are now a thing of the past. Putin has done away with them. They were not perfect. They arose at a point in time when we needed a ceasefire in a previous conflict. Nonetheless, those agreements guaranteed Ukrainian territorial integrity. Respect for those agreements, which is now inconceivable, was something that led us on a path towards a normalization of diplomatic relations between Russia and the EU. That is now inconceivable. And this is why I'm saying that Russia has now reached a turning point in terms of its post-Soviet existence. This awful conflict can only lead to a positive outcome of a return of Russia to the fold with respect for fundamental principles. This is the opportunity which we have in the EU. We need to seize this opportunity to put forward mechanisms and treaties that will ensure that there are mechanisms in place for ensuring security. Stronger mechanisms in place that will allow us to be very vigilant about their implementation. In the enthusiasm of the parliamentary session, forget that the path of dialogue, the path of speaking and listening to one another, is at the heart of what we do. We should not forget that. We are not a military body. We're not declaring war on anyone. We've actually turned our back on war as a solution, as a way to resolve conflict. What we're doing is standing alongside a victim of an aggression, and we are mobilizing all of our diplomatic resources in order to ensure that we can safeguard the security of Europe, but also in order to find a solution to the conflict. Because the necessary and inevitable sanctions, yes, but above and beyond that, we need solutions. Sanctions will hit, are indeed already hitting the Russian economy. And Putin cannot claim ignorance of that. He had warnings. President von der Leyen, the President of the Council, have said on numerous occasions that sanctions will impose a very high price, and that is now going to happen. The ruble has lost 40% of its value. Almost half of the currency reserves of Russia will be beyond reach, with a significant impact on the economy because of default. So taking a few banks out of SWIFT is child's play compared to this. Because if you look at the figures, Russia had been preparing for some time to face a situation such as this, and it had been moving its dollar and euro reserves out into yuan, and gold. So they're moving out of dollars and euros, less than 40% of their total reserves now. But 40% is still significant. 135 million in gold. But even if it's billions in gold, who's going to buy it? In order to sell it, you need a buyer. Sanctions are going to prevent the mobilization of these. So these financial measures are certainly unprecedented.
Financial measures will go in the direction of a potential default, which will have consequences for the whole financial system, for the global financial system. So don't minusvalorate the importance of what we have decided to do and what will follow. I want to stress that. And now we have to work diplomatically all over the world, reaching out all countries in order to build a state of the mind in order the aggressor being condemned. And on that, I can assure you, me as High Representative, all my colleagues, members of the Foreign Affairs Council, all our delegations, all our embassies will be strongly working in order to get a result on the vote in the General Assembly. This is a important thing that we have to do right now. Because I repeat, this is an issue which belongs to the foreign and security policy, which is intergovernmental, and it's the member states who have to take the lead on this response and the diplomatic sphere. The second thing that has been discussing today, and is maybe the more important that many of us could believe, is our dependency from gas. The President has been saying all the time, we have to reduce this dependency. But I've been listening for the last 20 years that we have to decrease this dependency, and these dependencies have been increasing during the last 20 years. So from now on, let's put work in accordance with our saying, because we pay $700 million for the war, for gas and oil and coal imports from Russia. And every year we import 200 billions of cubic meters of gas. We have to increase renewables, President said, have renewed hydrogen, but keep in mind that the amount of power in a country like Italy a year in renewables is less than 500 million cubic meters. So we have in front of us strong work to do, and we have to remain committed to it, and we have to explain to our people what does it mean. This is a good occasion to develop the best and most noble side of the political activity, which is pedagogy. That's the moment to do pedagogy. And I understand the enthusiasm and the approach of a parliamentarian chamber in a moment like this. I've been even president of this House. And I know that this is the moment to show enthusiasm and support. But then we have to go to acts. Next time, when you discuss again the budget of the European Union, remember that we need resources to do what today we are doing with an intergovernmental fund that this Parliament has never approved, because it's not in the competences. Put more defense and security on your mindset. Stop discussing theology about strategic autonomy. Call it the way you want, but we have to be more responsible. We have to take our responsibility more in our hands. We have to be strategically responsible, and this has nothing to do against weakening the transatlantic alliances, which, by the way, have been proven to be stronger than ever, and our united with the transatlantic partners has been 100%. Nothing against weakening NATO, because we developed our capacities. We have become a hard power. I know that the word may afraid someone, but hard power, I insist, is not just talking about military. Hard power is having the power to coerce, the power to influence the decisions of the others. And what we are doing on these measures is about the hard power. Be prepared for the answer. Be prepared for the consequences. Don't put all your strength in your mouth. Don't say nice things only. From now on, we have to be prepared to resist. We have to be prepared to act in the long term with a clear understanding of which are our challenges and our capacities. This is the moment for the European Union to discuss about what do we want to be, what we are, which are the limits of what we can do, and what do we want to do in the future. And in order to face the challenge of the future, there is a lot of things that we have to review. A lot of things about our procedures, our methods, putting more attention on our capacity to act than in the time that we spend on internal discussions. What's happening today in Ukraine, remember me, Budapest, in 1956. I was 9 years old. But I remember listening to the radio how the Russian chars were entering in Budapest. But remember me, 88, the Prague Spring. I was an officer in the Spanish army then, and my unit was put into alert. I don't know why, but it was completely useless. In both cases, we did nothing because we couldn't do anything. But from now on, we have to face a confrontation between us, democracies, people who believe in freedom, on multi-party system, where citizens choose their governments. We live in a free market economy, trying to put together economic efficiency and social cohesion with the autocratic regimes, which are supporting themselves with a clique of people who take advantage of the system, while the great majority of the people don't improve their living conditions. All the war treasury that Putin is taking from our gas payments doesn't go to increase the well-being of the Russian people. It goes to make more powerful his war machine. Tout l'argent qu'on paye pour le gaz.
Which is being spent on Russian gas and other goods and not helping the people of Russia. That's just going into military expenditure by Russia. Now, I think very honestly that the time has come for Europe to think of itself. What do we actually want for the future? What do we want to be in the future? And I think we want to be something more than what we are now. That is the true challenge which we will have to face over the next few weeks, months and years. And that is why the conference on the future of Europe can play a very important role. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, High Representative. That concludes the debate. The vote is already open and will be open until 4:15. And I now invite all the colleagues. There are as many people in the esplanade waiting for us to address them. Looking forward to that. Thank you very much.